Hey everyone. Today we're going to dive into a story well, it's pretty incredible. It's all about how one single small act of kindness isn't just a fleeting moment. Nope. It's more like the first ripple that can travel way farther than you could ever imagine. So let's get into this amazing chain of events.
So I want to start by asking you this question. And I mean, really think about it for a second. What if one little choice you make today, something that might not seem like a big deal to you, could completely turn someone else's day or maybe even their whole life around? That's exactly what this story is all about.
Okay, so let's paint the picture. You've got this elderly woman, and her beautiful, expensive Mercedes has a flat tire. She's stuck on the side of a lonely road, and hours, literally hours, are ticking by. Car after car just keeps driving past without a second glance. You can just feel that sense of helplessness starting to creep in, right?
And then a kind of beat-up old Pontiac pulls over. A man gets out and, well, he looks poor. His clothes are worn out, they're dirty, and after being ignored for so long, the woman's first feeling isn't relief. It's actually fear. Her guard goes right up. I mean, who is this guy? What does he want?
But then he speaks, and his words just totally cut through that fear. He's got this warm grin, a super reassuring voice, and he just says his name. In that 1 second, he stops being a scary stranger. He's Brian Anderson, and he's there to help.
And he really does help. Brian doesn't hesitate for a second. He gets right down there in the dirt, crawling under the car to deal with that flat. He gets his clothes even muddier, he bruises up his hands, and he does it all without a single word of complaint. So when the tire's changed, the woman is just so grateful. She asks him, "How much do I owe you?" And this is where the story takes a really cool turn. He says he doesn't want any money. He wants something so much bigger. He asks her to pay it forward. To keep this chain of kindness going. This is the whole point. The kindness wasn't supposed to stop with her. Okay, so let's jump ahead a little bit because the story doesn't end there, not even close. That very same evening, the scene changes from that lonely road to this humble little cafe.
Inside, our elderly lady sees a waitress. And you can tell this waitress is just exhausted. She's about 8 months pregnant, she's been on her feet all day long, but even with all that, she has this unbelievably warm, wonderful smile for every single customer.
The woman from the roadside, she watches this waitress, and she's just struck by how kind she is, even though she's clearly having a tough time. And then, it's like a light bulb goes off. She remembers what Brian told her. The next time you see someone who needs help, she realizes this is it. This is her chance.
So after she finishes her meal, the woman goes to pay. But she doesn't just leave a normal tip. Nope, she puts a crisp, clean $100 bill on the table.
A little later, the waitress comes to clear the table, and the lady is already gone. But she left a note on a napkin, and it pretty much echoes what Brian had told her earlier. The message is crystal clear. This isn't just a gift, it's a link in a much bigger chain.
But wait, it gets even better. Because when the waitress lifts up that napkin, it's not just $100. There are 4 more $100 bills hiding underneath. That's $500. For someone who's struggling, that's not just a tip, that's a lifeline. It's a miracle.
She rushes home, her heart just pounding. She knows how worried her husband's been about their finances, especially with a baby on the way. She just can't wait to tell him this incredible news, to lift that huge weight off his shoulders.
So she walks in, she finds her husband, gives him a huge kiss, and with happy tears in her eyes, she says, "Now everything will be okay. Brian Anderson, I adore you." And boom, just like that, the kindness made a full circle. It came all the way back to the guy who started the whole thing.
What an incredible story, right? It's just a perfect circle of kindness. But you know, it's more than just a feel-good tale. It's actually a powerful lesson in what makes these kinds of moments even possible. So, let's unpack the why behind it all.
Okay, so first up, empathy. Brian didn't just see a broken car. He saw a person who was scared. He got it. He understood what she was feeling, and he talked to her about that before he even looked at the tire. That human connection is what turned a simple favor into a real act of kindness.
Next, we've got patience. Think about it. The woman had to be patient for hours, just waiting for anyone to stop. And Brian, he had to be patient with her fear. He gave her the time she needed to see that he was there to help. Sometimes, being kind just means we have to slow down and be there for somebody.
And finally, there's the reward. It might sound a little strange, but when we help other people, we're actually helping ourselves too. That feeling you get, that fulfillment from making a difference, it recharges you, it fills you up. Doing good actually feels good, and that makes you want to do it again.
So we have this amazing story, and we kind of get the principles behind it. But the biggest question is, now what? How do we take this and use it in our own lives? How can you start your very own chain of kindness?
Look, it doesn't have to be some huge, dramatic thing like changing a tire or leaving $500. It can be as simple as helping a stranger who dropped their groceries. Or it could be just listening to a friend who's having a really bad day. It could even be helping out with chores at home without being asked. Any act, no matter how small, can be that first crucial link.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. This isn't just a story to listen to and forget about. It's an invitation. It's a call to action. The chance to start a new chain of love is all around you, every single day. So the only question left is, whose chain will you start today?